selectively hit particular houses through this double-line water system. Now, I ask anyone who's listening to the show to look at the article, Water is a Weapon, look at Homeward Bound, and explain to me what is the necessity to have mixing capabilities on the main line, because this way, we're not talking about an quote-unquote accidental release that might kill, untold millions of people. We are talking about an intentional and selective program. Now, I went ahead and called, after I saw this little segment on ABC News, I went ahead and called the Department of Homeland Security last night, and I said, Ms. Napolitano is absolutely right.
You were able to get him on the phone? We've tried. Wow.
Well, I didn't get through to somebody in a position of power. It was a little bit late in the day, but I'm going to call back after this show because she's absolutely right. There are dangerous terrorists, anti-Americans inside the water department. They are engineers. They are contractors. And they are the people who have set up this double-line water system. And I would be glad to give her some names because I have been researching this for a number of years. I have had contact with city water engineers. I've had contact with city attorneys, and I can name names of people who are inhibiting the...
Ma'am, your phone is muffled there for just a moment. The issue here is it came out with the Shah of Iran and others. One of their favorite things to do is throw a couple of plutonium pellets in your seat, your car. They'll sew them in. It'll fry you in just a few months. Then they go in and remove them later. Or they just ignore it. No one ever finds them. This is called a soft kill weapon, and they're already putting things in our water. Are you familiar with the fact that they mine all the major sodium fluoride deposits out of phosphate mines where they mine the uranium, and that every major water supply that has fluoride has uranium added?
Absolutely, and I think this fluoride issue, needs to be seen for exactly what it is. Fluoride dulls the hippocampus. It makes people sort of dazed and confused, and I look at this as sort of a 1-2 punch. You daze them with the sodium fluoride, and then you come in for the kill. Now, we did see in Germany in the 30s and 40s where the concentration camps, the residents of the concentration camps got fluoridated water, courtesy of IG Farben.
That was in the Nuremberg trials, and then our government said, this is great, bring it over here. That is mainline history that the Nazis put fluoride in the water.
Absolutely. So now we not only have it in the water, a lot of the soft drinks have sodium fluoride. A lot of the psychiatric medicines like Prozac are absolutely drenched.
Are you kidding? Powdered eggs can have 300 parts per million under law. They're adding it to thousands of foods.
So we have our thinking, our rational thinking capabilities, our emergency response system, so to speak, individually has been disabled through these programs. And it makes people, we don't see people rising up too much.
People keep saying, what's wrong with Americans? Why do the vets put up with a deal to take all of their death benefits on record and no one gets in trouble? Why are the states announcing that the banks are allowed to now steal houses they don't own? That's in Reuters today. Because they've drugged us with a chemical weapon and now they're brewing up airborne Ebola for us.
Well, we don't know. I'll tell you something.
Well, actually, Dr. Eric Pianka at UT said that the airborne Ebola will be out soon. He looks forward to him and his family dying at UT. And then I had his graduate students send me hateful emails, who I later learned work in bioweapons, because I would look their name up and see them in a white lab coat working at government bases, and they'd say, the doctor is too liberal. Humans will all be exterminated. How dare you, scum. I'm telling you, they've got their people everywhere. It's like 12 monkeys.
Yes, I agree with that. And I think we specifically have to look at selective medicine mechanisms because, these people don't really want to kill themselves. We have to look at vaccines. We have to look at any sort of pharmaceutical that, is selective in terms of you get that prescription and you get something else. We have to look at the possibility of an attack, as Ms. Napolitano so nicely clued us into, through the water system. We have to understand that there are populations at risk, and this is basically the message that I'm trying to bring here. So in the meantime, when I get off this call, I'm going to call again to the Department Department of Homeland Security, and I'm going to ask them to basically set up a meeting with an agent. I'm going to turn over the blueprints that I have to multiple cities. I'm going to turn over the information that I have.
Because I'm sure Homeland Security doesn't know.
Well, you know, I think
I mean, it's good because there are a lot of low-level agents who aren't operatives, and they'll get slapped down, but they may start investigating on their own.
Well, Alex, you could call them right now from your show, and we could make this report on the air. And it would be a little harder to say, oh, that Janet Phelan, she's a conspiracy theorist.
Well, I know that there's, they said 8 years ago they were going to build 36 level 4 bioweapons labs, and they built them. And now we learned they've got at least 150 or more in level 3s. And now they've got level 3s and level 2s. And then they've got level 2s they call 3s that they've got 4s in. I mean, we're talking about stuff that will kill you and your family, 99% kill rate, weaponized Ebola, hemorrhagic fever, human mouse pox. You know what? That's a good idea, Janet. We should talk to you again the next few days, and we should make a call on air to Homeland Security. But I've done this many, many times. Why don't you off air give us the numbers you have? Because I try to call in terror attack reports. You know, when I have witnesses that saw him get the underwear bomber on the plane, U.S. government agents, I called them. They wouldn't answer the phone. Later, it did come out. They admitted the government got him on the plane. But so I've got terror. I've tried to call and report terror attacks.
OpticsPlanet.com is where discerning gun owners and outdoorsmen go to gear up. Optics Planet has the best selection of rifle scopes, red dots, night vision, holsters, bags, and tactical gear on the planet. With always low prices, free shipping on most orders, and expert customer service. Go to OpticsPlanet.com/GCN to get a free gift with purchase. That's OpticsPlanet.com/GCN or call 800-332-OPTICS. 800-332-6784.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Hello, this is Steve Shank. What does freedom mean to you? eFoods Direct is celebrating freedom with the Freedom Food Giveaway. Each week in July, they are giving away a one-year food supply. Just go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex and register to win a one-year food supply with a 25-year shelf life. At efoodsdirect.com/Alex, look for the new Patriot Pack, a $149 12-day supply of food, plus accessories that is free with a purchase of $235 or more. Call 800-409-5633 or on the web efoodsdirect.com/Alex and register to win a free one-year supply of food. Then listen to Alex Jones to announce the weekly winners. Also, the first 50 to register each day win a $50 subscription to the Voice of Reason e-newsletter. Go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex or call 800-409-5633.
We don't need to convince you that the threat of forced entry is on the rise and that your door locks are inadequate. Now you can virtually eliminate the threat of your door being kicked in with the Door Sentinel. The Door Sentinel offers standalone door kick-in protection for under $67 and installs in minutes on any door. Turn your home or apartment into a fortress. Get the Door Sentinel at sentinelsecuritygroup.com or call 678-648-6757. The Door Sentinel, always on guard for you.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
All right, right. Well, Janet, I'm glad that you're looking into the bioweapons labs. We should have a larger national debate about this. But from the different answers you got from government, we only got about a minute left here. From the different answers you got from different branches of government, the different people you talked to, you definitely got the runaround. But do we know how many level 4s there are?
We don't know. They won't tell us. And when you ask them directly, they give you, they being the Center for Disease Control, who is in charge of tracking these, they give you false information. So, I think that we do have dangerous people inside our government who mean us harm, and I think they are at pulse points of positions of power. And we need to basically... this needs to be reported to the people in Geneva, Switzerland, which is what I'm trying to do by getting credentials. And we also need to put a report on the record to the Department of Homeland Security.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. I would just say this here, and it's that looking at this, I mean, it's a fact they're building these. They have built them all over the country. They're moving Plum Island to the Midwest, which created Lyme's disease and released it. West Nile. I mean, these people are eugenicists, and they're into death. And we need to be aware of this is going on. This is the real threat to America. This is the real threat to the world. Not that we're being told all day that al-Qaeda is going to get us, so, give your rights up. And, of course, coming up in the next hour, we're going to have an absolute cornucopia of important news and information. The latest on the Oslo, Norway blast targeting the Prime Minister's office, massive vehicle bomb, report people trapped, eyewitnesses, total chaos. Helpers of the global jihad claim responsibility. I told you it'd be jihadis. And this is right as Europe says no to the banker takeover. Oh, look, terrorists hit you. Better do what the government says. We keep you safe. Man dresses police officer opens fire. Now, reportedly, there's been shootings. In fact, we should have just shifted to this earlier. This is so big. At a summer camp also in Norway. 4 killed. And I guess this is white al-Qaeda hitting again. We were told white al-Qaeda was about to attack. We'll see if... Yeah, they say he was dressed like a cop. Help us, they yelled. 4 killed. The answer is get a Second Amendment there in Norway. BBC Live is covering it. We're going to be pretty much getting into this. I heard of getting off in the economy and bioweapons for the last 30, 40 minutes, but this is the big issue. Oslo explosion, live coverage. An explosion has damaged government buildings in Oslo. With injuries reported, the cause of the blast has not yet been ascertained, though they're saying it's a car bomb. 7 people killed by the bomb blast, 2 seriously injured. Police are saying they believe the person responsible for the bomb to be a foreigner, according to BBC. Well, they arrest you over there if you criticize foreigners. But the attacker in Utoya, now arrested, looked Norwegian. There you go. White al-Qaeda hit and hit hard. Right when they come out and say white al-Qaeda is going to hit, and they show the white people, with blue eyes in the headdresses, boom, they're hitting. See? They're rebranding. White al-Qaeda is hitting. It goes on. Witnesses have managed to escape from the island, says a NRK reports on the spots that the perpetrator had a Norwegian look. He should be around 185 to 190 centimeters tall and have blonde hair. White al-Qaeda? Told you white al-Qaeda was coming. Told you they were going to announce it. Just like they have the underwear bomber, and the same day they go, we just so happen to have the naked body scanners going in next week. That'll keep you safe. We ordered them a year ago. So white al-Qaeda has hit. I told, oh my gosh, see, next it'll be the veterans are going to start hitting.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch